Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So today we are going to discuss on AWS Cloud Formation, and it is a part of our AWS Solution Architect Associate series. So first we going to discuss on AWS Cloud Formation, and then we have a practical scenario. How can we create a blog EC2 instance using CloudFormation using ready-made sample or template available with AWS. So first, let's discuss about the agenda, introduction, and how CloudFormation works. So before I start, you might be heard about the Terraform. So Terraform is a leading infrastructure as code provider service which is managed by HashiCorp company. So similar to Terraform, CloudFormation is a template-based automation provider for AWS resources. So as we know about the Terraform is used to create different infrastructure by using different providers. So CloudFormation is similar to the Terraform, but it is used in AWS. So CloudFormation is one of the AWS service that used to template file to deploy or automate setup AWS resources. It can also described as an infrastructure automation, or we can consider as infrastructure as a code, as we known about the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So it is similar, one of the concept of cloud provider, where we can just deploy the code and automate using automation. We can create and use the AWS resources. And a CloudFormation solution is because it automates the setup and deployment of various infrastructure as service offering on AWS, and it support virtually every service that run on the AWS. So it is not simple limited to kind of EC2 VPC. This offers all the services integrated with the AWS. And how CloudFormation works. So AWS is a service offered by AWS Cloud mainly and used to provision the services like EC2, S3, auto-scaling, load balancer, and so many. So you can provision services using CloudFormation as an infrastructure as code. Instead of managing all them manually, you can manage with the help of CloudFormation. So simple using code or simple using that YAML or JSON file, you can create and reuse that template with multiple way. These are the some four pillars of the AWS the CloudFormation. Code infrastructure that stored under S3 bucket. When you create any CloudFormation template, it basically stored under Amazon S3. Then using AWS CloudFormation, using that particular template, it create a end output, and it create the infrastructure which you define in the template. So these are the four steps for CloudFormation. As these are the concept of the CloudFormation, some of the concept that we need to understand. As I mentioned earlier, there are two templates, basically JSON and YAML. If you know about the JSON well, then you can go with JSON, and if you have much idea on the YAML, then you can go with it. They are used for open standard format and uses human readable text, transmit the data consisting of attribute user value pair. Many of the students or many of the people comes to me and they ask that why we choose if you need to learn automation, do you require some source of knowledge on shell scripting or scripting or programming language you like to learn. So I said, no, you didn't need to learn that particular programming languages on that particular level, but you at least required the logic concept of the structure, and structure or means the output or the framework. You require that much of knowledge. It is not similar that you need to learn a coding knowledge of like .NET or PHP or any of the framework. And it is just this automation programs are simply, and it is so much easy to understand, and it is very understandable with human readable format. Framework, it is related to stack creation, stack update, error deletion and rollback. These are the framework. If you prepare with the stack creation, then you need to update that stack if you required. Then error detection, if you have any problem with the error with any stack, then it will automatically roll back. Configured AWS services, there are resources, services used in application running in AWS. So these are the Cloudformation concept. Templates, how these templates are work. First one will be format, version, then description, then metadata, then parameter. These are the parameters on the template. So let me just directly navigate to practical part so you have more idea on this template. So Cloudformation, you just need to search on Cloudformation. So you have a service called Cloudformation, create and manage resource with template. So let me I'm at Cloudformation. Let me click on the create stack. There are three options. Template is ready. If you have already S3 URL, just directly you can paste S3 URL or upload file manually. If you have JSON or YAML format ready, then you can use sample template. There are some of the sample template available with this AWS, where you have these options: LAMP stack, Ruby, WordPress. If you have multi-easy, then you have multi-easy, LAMP stack, Ruby and WordPress blog. Also you can create using designer. So just click on create template. So here you can see the list of the service resources that service supported by Amazon. You can you can find each and every service. It is not limited to some of the use cases like Route 53, S3, S3 Object Lambda, RDS, so many. Elastic Load Balancer, ECR, EC2. When you click on any specific service, you have more on particular limited to that particular resource, like instance. So simply here you need to drag and drop. So automatically when you click on this particular when you drop this, automatically this properties or template being automatically created. When you select on the key pair, automatically key pair added. When you add a launch template, net gateway, so you can use each and everything using this. So let me close this. Let me use default stack with ready-made solution. So let me click on create stack, sample. I'm going to select this WordPress block. Currently I'm on North Virginia. So automatically here you can see this WordPress blog is just navigate to this particular S3 bucket. Now let me see this template on designer tab. So here you can see there are two things I can see. So let me zoom so you have more idea. So there are two things. First one is web server, and it is linked with our security group. So let me click on the uh, template. So this is the template in JSON and YAML. So let me click on YAML, and I'm just copy this and paste on this VS code. Let me create a new file. Let me put cloudformation.yaml, and I'm put on desktop. So this is the ready-made solutions for the CloudFormation. Here you can see the different options of the template. So let me just navigate to this screen. First one is format version. So you will have format version where this particular on which date or where this when this template being launched. Then we have description part. AWS CloudFormation, this is the description part. AWS CloudFormation sample template WordPress instance. Then we have description. Then we have metadata and parameters. Like metadata is not defined here. Like parameters first we need to have what parameter we require to set up the instance. Here we set up the instance. That first we required a key pair, description, name of the existing key pair, type EC2 key pair, and constraint description. It must be a name of the existing key pair. So we need to put, when we launch this tag, we need to put a name of the key pair. Then instance type, we require to set up a EC2 instance. Type is string value. Default is T2 small, but you can choose from the list of the allowed value. So here you can see these are the all the allowed value like T1 micro 4 C R I2. So you can select a instance type from this list. Then you can have the SSH location. Default you need to add your SSH value or the rule for the SSH, where you can have this security group rule, description, type, minimum length and maximum length, default value, and allow pattern. You can minimum you can have 9 and maximum length is default value will be 0 or 00. That means allow from all. DB name, here you need to put some DB name because it's WordPress blog, so we require to set up WP. Description, WordPress database name. Name of the value will be minimum to maximum, and allow pattern will be A to Z, A and 0 to 9. So you can use this. You can't use any special character as it is a DB name. Default name would be this. If you want to change, you can. DB user, a string, you can just use the name of the like A to Z and this one. Only alphanumeric value character, no special character. DB password, here you can use this. If you want to add additional, you can use @has etc. anything. If you add some or special character on password, you can use. This is DB user. So in DB user we don't require. let me add this on the DB password, like I'm putting @ and hash. So I can add some password like one capital P @ or @ or hash in the password. DB root password. Let me add change this length to 6 just for testing. With minimum password should be on 8 character. But for sake of change, I just adding this thing. So you have at least idea that what are the way we can add this string. Also adding value on @ and hash. Then mapping of the instance type and this its architecture. So if it is C1, architecture would be HVM. So you need to match with their architect part. These are the architect match. Also you can C1 medium with NATH VM 64. Now AMI, if it is if you select the region of AF South 1, then it should be this one. This one will be not supported. So AMI ID will be differ from each region. So you can find AMI value. Then resource security group type, like EC2 security group. Enable HTTP on port 80 because we require to allow on like it is block system, so we need to allow and web server service needs to be installed WordPress configured and installed configure. So these are the Cloudformation metadata type, like if it is install Cloudformation, we require this content join, AWS stack ID, region, mode of this file would be this, then auto reloader. Also service will require to reload. Also to install the WordPress we required some yum packages, PHP 7.3, MySQL D, MySQL 5.7 and HTTP 2.4. Resources from WordPress latest will be downloaded. Database, create database. These are the metadata or content which required to run this to run the WordPress. Now these are the configuration part. CP, you need to copy this WordPress configuration and change using SAD. You need to change the database name with reference DB name and username with DB user, which we create on the prior. So these are the properties which we need to run. Key name we need to use, which we have provided. Also these are the AWS user data where we can just run this all the configuration, and output value URL of the our website URL. So these are the Cloudformation YAML file which I'm just going. I have add something 2-3 changes on the template. So here you can see format, version, description, metadata, parameter, mapping, condition, transform, resource and output. So all the things has been covered with this YAML designer. So let me delete and just paste. Let me refresh. Also I'm just validate the template. If any error is there, it automatically shows an error. And let me deploy this creator stack. So it took some time and it automatically redirect to the stack creation path. So I have create a new stack and it uploaded to S3. So S3 external some CF template, and I'm just click on next. So here you need to add a stack name. So let me add stack for like WP CF. Stack include AZ, number and dash. DB name, as I said, default one would be WordPress DB. DB string, so let me add at least 6 character and including @ and hash. DB password, DB root password, I am putting same. Add 2 more character on the root password. DB user, so let me add some WP DB user. I have add with user. Now I define in template that default it would be T2 template, sorry, T2 small, but we can use any of the key, any of the type. So according to mapping with the instance, it will automatically use that particular value. Key, here I have only Ubuntu, but let me validate whether it is under my download section or not. Ubuntu is there. Let me create a new, so at least we don't have problem after creating the instance. So let me create a new key pairs. I'm on the US East 1 region, so make sure that you have create a key on the respective region. Let me add something called WP key, and I'm download as a PPK, and it's now downloaded. So let me just change. Let me reload again, so at least we have the proper key. Let me just create a designer directly. As I refresh the or reload the page, that's why it shows in let me choose the YAML one and copy this again. Validate this template. This template contains an error. Resource, the number must be defined. So let me check whether my S3 contain the existing So here I can see the buckets is been created. So let me copy this copy URL, and I'm just close this slave. Create stack. View in designer. If it is valid or not, or else we need to create template again. Okay, so this is our existing. Let me validate the template. I have made two changes. Let me validate that thing. WordPress username. Here I add @ and hash value and @ hash value. So yes, this is the right particular. So let me validate this template and close it. Launching same using same stack. So let me click on next. Stack name WPCF and put DB same. Let me add password. And add 2 more character on existing. DB user. Let me use DBWP user. Let me add all the details on the notepad. DBWP user. This is my DB username. This is my DB password. And this is my root credentials. Let me copy and paste DB user. This is DB password for user, and this is root credentials. Okay. I'm going to use T2 small. Key pair, I'm using WP key. SSH location, you can add SSH location. Default value is 000, but let me add my IP only. So let me check what is my IP. So I need to access SSH from this IP only. .32. Next. No role. If you add an IAM role, then let me create one IAM role for the stack creation. Navigate to IAM. The IAM role must have rights to create a Cloudformation. To create a role for AWS service use case, let me select Cloudformation. And next, let me add temporary EC2 full access. And next, name of the role for Cloudformation. Next, create. Let me refresh. Cloudformation role is created. AWS Cloudformation will use this role for all the stack operations and must have permissions to operate this stack. Even if you don't have, ensure that at least have role grant privileges. Rollback all the stock. If somehow it fail to create, then what will be the next step? That rollback all the resources or preserve this successfully. Here you have two options. Either you can roll back whole scenarios, or you can preserve the existing created infrastructure. So I'm going to roll back all. Also, policy will be deleted. What about the stack policy? There is no policy. If you have rollback configuration, you can configuration of rollback. Let me just validate 10 minutes and it will automatically create an alarm for same. If you want to notify using SNS, you can. And stack creation option, total timeout, I'm just put deactivated, and the template is ready. here you can see all the details, and let me submit. So here you can see the role creations under process. So it took some time. So let me pause this video, and I will get back. I will start again when it's created successfully. Okay, so here we can see the event called WPCF is created successfully, and each and every moment you will get timestamp. If like any moment you find some issue, you can find that particular time and the event where it actually stuck. So I started at 11:46 and 46:44 the web server security created successfully secured. Then it tried to identify the web server. As our web server is being dependent on the web server group, so first it trying to create a web security group and then web server. So now here you can see there are some options on Cloudformation. First one is stack information. You can have stack ID and this descriptions like created time and all this stuff. Event resources. There are two resources being created, web server and web server security group. Output, as we add output for website URL, if you check with this this YAML file, this output like website URL value and the JSON, and HTTP get value of from get attribute from web server, and public DNS name and slash WordPress. So here you can see, if we compare website URL key value will be HTTP, then the public DNS name of our web server, like public DNS server slash WordPress. So as we all know that when you set up the WordPress, it's already have the default directory called WordPress. That's why it navigate with that value. Parameters, here you can see the parameters WP DB depend this DB password, root credentials, and also template. We can use this if you want to using designer, you can, as we get same. There are no change set. I didn't change anything. So here you can see this web server is dependent on our web security group. Okay, that's why, and it is being linked with that. So now let me browse that particular URL. Let me click on this. So here you can see the welcome page of installation being set up. You can use automatically like password, username. Let me set tech server global, username admin. This is the password. Let me copy this and your email valid email, sorry. Let me install. So login admin password. So here you can see with minimum efforts we have set up the WordPress with standalone infrastructure, but including the PHP, the MySQL, all the configuration been managed from using the stack which we have seen with this YAML template. All the things like DB root password, reference, command, create database, all this stuff. So using Cloudformation you can create many more things. So hope you guys find a good experience with this video, and feel free to share your inputs on the comment section. Thank you very much. Kindly subscribe the channel, and we'll release more videos very soon. Thank you very much.